says we are at stage 3, paragraph page 152. Okay, and our last headword was the youngest, newer type of lesson. Okay, so let's
Yes.
start with revision. Ready?
Okay.
Here we go. Do you live on the sea? Do you live on the sea? No, I don't live
No, I
on
don't
the
live
sea.
on the sea.
I live on the land.
I live on the land.
Very good. What's the name of the sea between Europe and North Africa? What's the name of the sea between Europe and North Africa? The name of the
The name
sea
of sea
between Europe
between Europe
and North
and
Africa
North Africa
is
is
the Mediterranean
is,
Sea.
is the is the
Medi- Mediterranean
Mediterranean Sea.
Sea. Very good. Is Moscow by the sea? Is Moscow by the sea? No, Moscow
No,
isn't by the
Moscow
sea.
isn't by the sea.
It's inland.
It's inland.
Very good. Is New York inland? Is New York inland? No, New
No,
York
New
isn't
York
inland.
isn't inland.
It's by the
It's
sea.
by the sea.
Very good. Okay, next. What's this? What's this? It's once 5
It's once five
equals
equal
5.
five.
Very good. What's this? What's this? It's twice 5
It's twice five
equals 10.
equal 10.
Very good. What's this? What's this? It's 3
It's
times
3
5
times 5 equal
equals
15.
15. What's this? What's this? It's
It's
4
4 times
times 5
5 equal
equals 20.
20.
How much is once 90? How much is once 90? Once 90
Once 90,
equals 90.
90 equal 90.
How much is twice 50? How much is twice 50? Twice
12
50
50
is
equal
100 equals 100.
equal 100.
Very good. How much is 3 times 13? How much is 3 times 13? 3 times
3 times
13
13
is 39.
equal 39.
Right? How many times a week do you come here? How many times a week do you come here? I come here,
I come here
like say, every day.
every day.
Very good. How many times a month do you go to the cinema? How many times a month do you go to the cinema? I go to the
I
cinema
go to the
about
cinema about once 2 months.
once every 2 months. Very
Once
good.
every 2 months.
Very good. How many times a day do you eat? How many times a day do you eat? I eat three
I
times
eat
a day.
three
A
times a
day.
day.
How many times do we live? How many times do we live? We only live
We only
once.
live once.
Very good. Okay. Next. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're cutting the
You're
book
cutting the book
with
with
your
your hand,
fingers.
with your fingers.
Very good. What do we cut meat with? What do we cut meat with? We cut
We
meat
cut the meat
with
with
a knife.
knife.
And we
With a
cut
knife.
and we cut bread without a knife. Can we cut bread without a knife? No,
No, we
we
can't
can't cut
cut
bread
bread without
without
a
a
knife.
knife. Very good. Okay. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're lifting the
You're
book.
lifting the book.
Can you lift the table with your little finger? Can you lift the table with your little finger? No,
No,
I can't lift
I
the
can't
table
lift the table
with
with
my
my little
little
finger
finger. Why not? Why not? Because it's
because
too
it's
heavy
too heavy
for me to
for
lift.
me to lift.
Very good. Is this piece of paper light enough for you to lift? Is this piece of paper light enough for you to lift? Yes,
Yes,
that
that
piece
piece
of
of
paper
paper
is light
is
enough
light enough
for
to
me
lift it
or
for
me to
me
lift.
to lift.
Very good. Is the table as high as the door? Is the table as high as the door? No,
Yeah,
the
no, the
table
table isn't
isn't as high
higher. Isn't
as
as high
high
as
as the door.
the door.
It's
It's
lower than the
lower
door.
than the door.
Is your building as high as Mount Everest? Is your building as high as Mount Everest? No, my
No, my
building
building
isn't as high
isn't
as
as high as
Mount
Mountain
Everest.
Everest.
It's lower
It's
down Mount
lower than
Everest.
Mountain Everest.
Is the river Thames as long as the Nile? Is the river Thames as long as the Nile? No, the
No,
river
the river
Thames
isn't as
isn't
longer
as long
as
as
the
the
Nile.
Nile.
The Nile.
One more. The river
Uh,
Thames.
the river isn't.
The river Thames.
Sorry,
The river.
again.
The name of the river Thames. The river Thames.
The river sings.
Like this. The river
Uh,
Thames
yes, I see. The river Thames
isn't as
isn't
long
as
as
long
as long as
as long as
the Nile.
the Nile.
It's
Uh,
shorter than the Nile.
it's shorter than Nile.
Very good. Is Spain as large as South America? Is Spain as large as South America? No, Spain
No,
isn't
Spain
as
isn't
large
as
as
large as
South
the
America.
North America.
South America.
South America.
It's smaller than
It's
South
smaller
America.
than South America.
Very good. Tell me the names of the four seasons of the year. Tell me the names of the four seasons of the year, please. The names
The
of
names
the four
of the
seasons
four seasons
of the
of the
year
year
are
are
spring,
uh, spring,
summer,
summer,
autumn,
autumn,
and
and
winter.
winter.
What season are we in now? What season are we in now? We're in
Where? Sorry, I
we're
didn't get
in
it.
autumn now. What
Where?
season are we in now? Like what season is now? Is it winter,
Oh,
summer, spring?
yes. Yes, I
Okay,
see.
one more. What season are we in now? We're in
We are in
autumn,
summer now.
summer now. What season? What was last season? What was last season?
Last
Last season
season
was
was
spring.
spring.
What will next season be? What will next season be? Next
Next
season
season will
will be
be autumn.
autumn. Very good. Which day precedes Wednesday? Which day precedes Wednesday? Tuesday
Wednesday.
precedes
Tuesday is
Wednesday.
proceed,
Wednesday.
proceed, proceeds Wednesday.
Does Thursday precedes Wednesday? Does Thursday precede Wednesday? No. Thursday
No,
doesn't
Thursday
precede
doesn't precede
Wednesday. It
Wednesday.
follows it.
It follow it.
Which number follows the number 13? Which number follows the number 13? 14 follows.
14 is
14
14
follows
follows
the
the
number.
number 13.
Do the students precede the teacher out of the classroom after the lesson? Do the students precede the teacher out of the classroom after the lesson? No. The
No, the
students
students
don't precede the
don't
teacher
proceed the
out of
teacher
the classroom
out of the
after
classroom
the lesson.
after the
They
lesson.
follow him.
They follow him.
Does the teacher precede the students into the classroom before the lesson? Does the teacher precede the students into the classroom before the lesson? No. The
No,
teacher doesn't
the
the
teacher
teacher doesn't
doesn't
precede
proceed
that
the
student
students
into the classroom
into
before the
the
lesson.
classroom before the
He
lesson.
follows them.
He follows them.
When do you have your breakfast? When do you have your breakfast? I have my
I
breakfast
have
at
breakfast at 8 o'clock.
when does the lesson begin? When does the lesson begin? The lesson
The lesson
begins
begins
at
at 7 o'clock.
when do you get up in the morning? When do you get up in the morning? I get up at
I get up at 6:30 at in the morning.
very good. Okay. What other words can we use instead of whereas? What other words can we use instead of whereas? We can use while and while
We can
we can use
we can use
while and whiles
while and the while
instead of
instead of
whereas.
whereas.
Which word do we use the most when we speak? Which word do we use the most when we speak? We generally
We
use
generally use
whereas the
whereas
most
the most
when we speak.
when we speak.
Very good. Is your building, is that an old building you're in at the moment? Is that an old building you're in at the moment? Yes or no?
Uh,
Is your building old or new?
oh, my building
Is that old or new? Yes or no?
is older.
Yeah, yes. This
Yes,
I'm in an old building. Yes,
yes,
I'm.
yes. My building is an older building.
No, one more. Yes, I'm in
Yes, I'm in
an old building
I'm in an old building
at the moment.
at the moment.
Very good. Are your shoes new? Are your shoes new? Yes or no? Your shoes,
Oh
are
no,
they new?
my shoes are new.
Yes, my
Yeah,
shoes
yes,
are
my
new.
shoes are new.
Very good. Is your blouse older than your shoes? Is your blouse older than your shoes? No. Yes
Yes,
or
my
no? It's
brother.
older
Yes,
than
my
my shoes.
brother. Mm.
Yes, my blouse are
Blouse are
older than my
older than my
shoes.
shoes.
Very good. What's the newest thing you're wearing? What's the newest thing you're wearing? My
My bag is
No,
the
wearing.
newest. The newest.
You don't wear your bag, you carry it. So what's the newest
Oh,
thing
sorry.
you're wearing? My
My
blouse, my shirt, my pants
my shirt
is the newest thing
is the newest thing
I'm
in
wearing.
I'm wearing.
Very good. What's the difference between new and young? What's the difference between new and young? The
The
difference
difference
between
between new and the young
is
is
that we
that
use
we
new
use the new
for
pe-
things,
for things,
whereas
whereas
we
we
use
use
young
the old we use the young for
for
people.
people. Is Miss Brown an old woman? Is Miss Brown an old woman? No.
No,
Miss
Mrs. Brown
Brown,
isn't an old woman. It's
she's a
a
young girl.
she's a young girl.
Very good. Are you older than your mother? Are you older than your mother?
Yes,
No,
no, I'm
I'm
not
not
older my
older
mother
than my mother.
than my mother.
I'm younger than my mother.
I'm younger than my mother.
Very good. Who's the youngest in your family? Who's the youngest in your family? My
My sister is the youngest
in my family.
in my family.
Very good. Okay, and that's the end of our revision. Let's have new words.
Yes.
Okay, repeat. Put on,
Put on,
take off,
take off,
go out.
go out.
Very good. Okay, listen. Put on, take off, and go out are all phrasal verbs. Put on means to put something on something. Take off is the opposite of put on. To go out means to leave a room or a building. For example, we put our hats and coats on when we go out in winter. We take our hats and coats off when we come into a building. Let's practice. What am
Okay.
I doing? What am I doing? You're putting your hand
You're putting your hands
on
on
the
the
table.
table.
What am I doing? What am I doing? You're taking your hand off
You're
the table.
taking your hands off the table.
Very good. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're putting
You're
your hat
putting
on.
you're putting
You're putting your hat on.
you're putting your hat on.
What am I doing? What am I doing? You're
You're taking your hat off.
very good. Okay. What do we put on when we go out in winter? What do we put on when we go out in winter? We put our
We put
hats
on
and
our
coats on
hats
and coats on
and coats on
when we go out in
when we
winter.
go out in the winter. We go out
In
in the winter.
winter.
In winter,
What do we take off when we come into a building? What do we take off when we come into a building? We take our
we take
hats
our
and
hats
coats off
and the coat
and coats off
and the coats off
when we come into
when
a
we
building.
come when we
When
when
we
we
come
come into
into
the
a
building
building. Into a building.
into a building.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Holiday.
Holiday,
Christmas.
Christmas,
Easter.
Easter.
Very good. Okay, listen. Holiday, Christmas, and Easter are nouns. When people
Yes.
don't have work on a working day, it's called a holiday.
Mm.
The two most important holidays of the year in Europe are Christmas and Easter. Christmas is on the 25th of December, and Easter is in spring, either in March or
Yes.
in April. Okay, let's practice. What are the two
Okay.
most important holidays of the year in Europe? What are the two most important holidays of the year in Europe? The two
The
most
two most
important
important
holidays
holidays
of
in
the
Europe
year
of the
in
year
Europe are
in Europe
Christmas
are
and
Christmas
Easter.
and Easter.
When's Christmas? When's Christmas? Christmas is
Christmas
on
is
the
on the
25th
25th
of
and
December.
of December. Oh, sorry,
When's
of
Easter?
December.
When's Easter? Easter's in spring.
Easter's
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 in spring,
yes, Easter is in spring,
either in March or
either
in
in
April.
March or in April.
Very good. Next, repeat full,
Full,
empty.
empty.
Very good. Okay, listen. Full and empty are both adjectives. Full means having a lot, so there's no more space in it. Empty means having nothing inside. For example, this box is full, and this box is empty. Okay. Another example is before a meal, our stomachs are empty. After a meal, they are full. Okay, let's practice. Is this box empty? Is this box empty? No, that
No, that
box
box
isn't.
isn't empty.
It's
It's
full.
full.
Are your pockets full of money? Are your pockets full of money? Yes or no?
No,
My
no, my
pockets
pocket
aren't full of money.
aren't full of money.
Is your stomach empty after a large meal? Is your stomach empty after a large meal? No, my
No,
stomach isn't
my
empty
stomach isn't empty
after a large meal.
after a large meal.
It's full.
It's full.
Are the streets full of people during the night? Are the streets full of people during the night? No, the streets
No,
aren't
the
full
streets
of
aren't
people.
full. Aren't sorry, I
Aren't
can't
full of
catch it.
people
Aren't full of the people
during the night.
during the
They're
night.
empty during the night.
They're empty during the night.
Very good. Next, repeat. Moon,
Moon,
star.
star,
Very good. Okay, listen. Moon and stars are nouns. We can't see the sun in the sky during the night, but we can see the moon and the stars. The moon's the color of silver. Let's practice. Can we see the sun in the sky during the night? Can we see the sun in the sky during the night? No, we can't
No, we
see the
can't
sun.
see the sun and the sky
One
during
more.
the night.
One more. No, we can't see
No,
the
we
sun
can
in the
see
sky
the sun in the sky
during the night,
during the
but we
night.
can see the moon
We can see the
and the
moon
stars.
and the stars.
What colors the moon? What colors the moon? The moon's the
The
color
moons,
of
the
silver.
moon,
The
eh,
moon's the
the moons,
color
the color
of silver.
of silver.
Oh, you didn't get it. Here you go. The
Yes.
moon's the color of it means this. The moon's color is silver. One more.
Oh,
The
the
moon's
moon,
the color of silver.
the moons, the color of silver.
Can you count the stars? Can you count the stars? No, we can't
No, I
count.
can't. We can't count the stars.
Very good. Next, repeat subject.
Subject:
Mathematics. Mathematics.
mathematics,
History.
history,
Geography.
geography,
Very good. Okay, listen. Subject is a noun. It is something that we study at school. English, mathematics, history, and geography are also nouns. They are subjects. Children generally study about 8 subjects at school. Let's practice. Of those 3 subjects, mathematics, history, and geography, which do you like the most? Of these 3 subjects, mathematics, history, and geography, which do you like the most? Of those 3 subjects. Of those 3 subjects.
of those three of those three
Subjects.
subjects:
Mathematics, history,
mathematics,
and geography.
history, and geography.
I like.
I like
What do you like?
mathematics.
Mathematics the most.
Mathematics the most.
We're good. About how many subjects must children generally study at school? About how many subjects must children generally study at school? Children must
Children
generally
must
study
generally study
about 8 subjects
about eight
at school.
subjects at the school.
Do you like the subject of mathematics? Do you like the subject of mathematics? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
yes.
like
I
the
like
subject
the subject of
of
mathematics.
mathematics. Very good. Next,
The
repeat
subject of
wash,
mathematics. Wash,
dress,
dress,
soap,
soap,
shampoo.
shampoo.
Very good. Okay, listen. Oh, here we go. So, wash and dress are verbs. To wash is to clean something with water. To dress means to put something such as clothes on. Shampoo and soap are nouns. For example, we wash our hands with soap and water. We wash our hair with shampoo. After washing, we put our clothes on or we dress. We wash and dress when we get up in the morning. Let's practice. What do we
Yes.
do when we get up in the morning? What do we do when we get up in the morning? We wash and
We
dress.
wash
When we get up, we wash and dress.
we we wash and dress
When we get up in the morning.
when we get up in the morning.
Do you dress before washing? Do you dress before washing? No, I
No, I
don't
don't
dress
dress
before
before
washing.
washing.
I wash
I
before
I
dressing.
wash I wash before
Before dressing.
dressing.
Very good. Okay, so now let's move on to reading.
Okay.
Very good. Okay, so our reading is at stage 2, paragraph page 107. Okay, please start reading at page 109.
Okay, 109. Yes, I see.
109, and the head word is the most.
Of this, the
You can go
most.
ahead. Of
Of
these.
of these three books, which book has the most pages? Of these three